Good evening. I've been studying on several different topics on apologetics and in defense of the faith. And let me elaborate why I have been listening to atheists, agnostics on the issues in Israel and Gaza. It's imperative to have apologetics as a groundwork to defend the faith. In defense of the faith is the definition of apologetics. So, with that said, I would apply that to the rapture doctrine as well. So, I've been taking some time off to write an ebook, and I got as far as 60 episodes, and I tried sharing that. I don't know if anybody's interested in listening to that. It's just something I needed to do to escape some of the news topics, but it's hard to escape the news. As much as I like to escape, it's hard because there's a lot of news. Some of the news that I heard today is that the Wuhan coronavirus is back and China is trying to contain it. They call it the Lunar New Year in China, and that is in February. And the Congress has asked to shut down travel restrictions between China and the United States. I don't know if this is real as far as, I mean, I think the alert is real, but something tells me to refer to the Bible as far as this is a warning for us to be aware of. Now, we know what happened in 2020, so let's not forget what it looked like then, how bad this could be. Not news I didn't want to report on. But something that Ross talked about today, I listened to Ross on Sundays. He referred to what was going on in Israel. This is where the apologetics debate comes in because I got a lot of haters on the issue of Gaza and Israel, basically hating on Israel. And Ross, that is, and I'll link his link on the description box. He referred to Zechariah 12, and I'll just read it to you so that you know where I'm coming from. And it's a prophecy of the word of the Lord concerning Israel. The Lord who stretches out the heavens, who lays out the foundation of the earth in the form of the human spirit within the person, declares that I'm going to make Jerusalem a cup of that sends the surrounding people reeling. Judah will be siege as well as Jerusalem. On that day when all the nations of the earth are gathered against her, I will make Jerusalem an immovable rock for all the nations. All who try to move it will injure themselves. On that day I will strike every horse with panic and its rider with madness, declares the Lord. I will keep a watchful eye over Judah, but I will blind the horses of the nation. And then the clans of Judah will say in their hearts, the people of Jerusalem are strong because the Lord is mighty in their God. In the Yom Kippur War, it was reported that they saw the enemies of those who fought against the Israel people, said they saw images as tall as 15 inches high, angels. This was coming from the enemies. So I don't doubt that there's going to be sightings. And on the topic of the paranormal or hybrids or Nephilims, there have been several sightings, several images. I've seen so many different things. I've heard of different things images. I've watched a lot of Ali Marzulli this past week. There's a load of stuff on the internet. Half of it you could say it's true. Some of it you might want to take with a grain of salt. It's all up to you. This is the one thing I say is be selective about what you think and see on the internet. Be careful. Don't be deceived by everything you see. Some people might make up stuff. I mean, that's the only problem with the internet. It's just like telephone tag. Like, you don't know. The information might change from one person to the next. But how do you know? How do they determine something's real? They have to verify it. So, do we verify this information? Um, they have to get the footage and verify it. In this day and age, we don't know who the experts are anymore because there's nobody that's willing to come forward unless they're whistleblowers, or it's hard to say. So, but what I've seen, I ask myself, if this has to be real. I just go according to Genesis 6 and I read my Bible. I want to get out of here. I to escape these things. I just say to myself, according to what the word says, I I cling on to my Bible more. I I'm not a bitter clinger, but I cling on to my Bible a lot more now. I don't want to lose what I got with the Lord, but I definitely encourage people to defend the faith, just like it says with that in the doctrine of the Apologetics. Defend your faith. Don't give in like I was close to giving in this last couple weeks. It's easy to listen to some of the arguments that they make. Some of it is very convincing. An atheist is smart. They're not stupid people. If you go in there unprepared, they could wipe you out in an argument and you could lose track. I mean, if you're discouraged, if you're a discouraged Christian and you go in there unprepared or ill prepared, they could wipe you out in an argument. That's why apologetics is so critical. It's defending the faith. I hope this is important. If you want to listen to Ross, I'll put the link in the description box below. Remember, defend the faith, because this really is important. This is the time to know how to be prepared. Remember, wear the full armor of God according to Ephesians 6:10, the helmet of salvation, breastplate of righteousness, wear the belt of truth, gird your loins, and put on the shoes of righteousness, and the sword of spirit being the word of God. This is your sword, the word of God. It's imperative because there's too many haters out there right now, hating on Jesus, hating on Israel, and they may have some valid reasons. There might be valid, according to them, it's valid. They're smart. But we have to go according to the Word of God. What does the Word say first? Okay, that's it for me. Good night. God bless you.